Ever wondered what really goes on in the mind of a Pisces man? He's mysterious, deeply romantic, and sometimes feels like he's living in a dream world. Hard to read, easy to fall for. Today, we're diving deep into the heart and soul of the Zodiac's ultimate dreamer, the Pisces man. Hey there! Welcome to Zodiac Vibes, your go-to space for decoding zodiac signs and unlocking the secrets of the stars. If you're all about astrology, hit that like button, drop a comment, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a sign. Now, before we dive into the Pisces man's unique personality, let's get a quick snapshot of the Pisces sign itself. Pisces is the 12th and final sign of the zodiac, covering birthdays from February 19th to March 20th. That last sign energy means Pisces often carries traits from all the signs before it, making them complex, layered, and often very wise beyond their years. This sign is ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, creativity, and intuition. It's no surprise, then, that Pisces men often seem like they're tuned into another frequency, one that's emotional, spiritual, and sometimes even otherworldly. Neptune's influence makes them deeply imaginative and drawn to anything that stirs the soul. Pisces is a water sign, which means they're naturally emotional, sensitive, and deeply connected to their feelings and the feelings of others. But unlike the fixed intensity of Scorpio or the nurturing tide of Cancer, Pisces has a mutable modality. This means they're adaptable, go-with-the-flow types who often absorb the energy around them like a sponge. At their core, Pisces men are empathetic, intuitive, artistic, and emotionally rich. They feel things deeply, dream big, and often have a strong creative or spiritual streak that sets them apart. Whether they're lost in a painting, a love song, or their own thoughts, they're always vibing on a deeper level. So, what's really going on beneath that calm, mysterious surface of a Pisces man? Let's break down his core personality traits. First up, he's emotionally sensitive, and I mean really sensitive. A Pisces man feels things on a deep, almost cosmic level. He can pick up on the emotions of others without a word being said. It's like he has an emotional radar always scanning the room. This makes him incredibly empathetic, the kind of person who genuinely feels your pain. But this sensitivity can also be overwhelming. If the emotional energy around him is too intense or negative, he may retreat just to protect his peace. Next, let's talk about his dreamy and imaginative nature. Pisces men have an incredibly rich inner world. They live in a constant flow of thoughts, fantasies, and daydreams, sometimes so vivid it's like they're walking through a movie playing only in their minds. Whether it's through art, music, writing, or simply staring off into space, his imagination is one of his most defining traits. But don't be surprised if he seems elsewhere sometimes. His mind is often on a different wavelength. When it comes to love, the Pisces man is romantic and idealistic to the core. He's not here for shallow flings. He wants the kind of love that feels like destiny. A soul connection. The type of romance poets write about. But this deep longing for the one can sometimes lead him to put partners on a pedestal, seeing them not as they are, but as who he hopes they'll be. That idealism, while beautiful, can set him up for heartbreak when reality doesn't match the fantasy. Now, let's not forget how mysterious and elusive he can be. The Pisces man isn't the type to spill his life story on day one. He keeps a lot of his thoughts and feelings hidden, not out of secrecy, but because he genuinely lives in his own world. He's like an ocean. What you see on the surface is only a glimpse of what's going on underneath. Getting to know him takes patience, but it's worth it. Lastly, we can't ignore his spiritual and intuitive side. Pisces men are naturally tuned in to the spiritual and unseen. Whether it's through dreams, gut feelings, or an unexplainable inner knowing, they trust their intuition more than logic. They often feel guided by something higher, and that connection gives them a unique sense of wisdom and perspective. Now that we've uncovered the Pisces man's core traits, let's talk about what makes him shine and where he might struggle. Like every zodiac sign, he's a beautiful blend of strengths and challenges. Sparkles, let's start with his strengths. One of the most beautiful things about a Pisces man is his compassionate nature. He's the guy who'll listen without judgment, offer a shoulder to cry on, and genuinely care about what you're going through. That level of empathy is rare, and it makes him an incredible friend, partner, and human being. He's also incredibly creative. Pisces men are often drawn to art, music, poetry, or anything that allows them to express their rich inner world. Don't be surprised if he's the quiet guy with a secret talent that blows you away. On top of that, when he loves deeply. Pisces men are often loyal and devoted, especially when they feel emotionally safe and spiritually connected to their partner. But of course, no one's perfect. One of his biggest challenges is that he can be overly emotional or moody. Because he feels everything so deeply, even small things can hit hard. He might need time to retreat and reset, and that can sometimes come across as distant or confusing to others. He's also known for avoiding reality when it gets too harsh. Whether it's procrastinating on responsibilities, getting lost in distractions, or disappearing into his thoughts or dreams, he may struggle with facing the hard stuff head-on. Pisces men are natural escapists, and while that gives them creativity, it can also lead to issues if not balanced with some grounding. Lastly, his deep emotional nature can sometimes make him too idealistic, especially in relationships. When things don't go as planned, or when people don't live up to his expectations, he can feel deeply disappointed or disillusioned. Alright, let's talk love, because when it comes to matters of the heart, the Pisces man is in a league of his own. A Pisces man in love is a true romantic, and not the cheesy, surface-level kind. He craves a connection that's emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. To him, love isn't just about chemistry or attraction, it's about merging souls. When he falls hard, and he'll often go out of his way to make his partner feel cherished, understood, and adored. He's the type to write love notes, send thoughtful texts, and remember tiny details about your feelings or your dreams. But his love language isn't always grand gestures. Sometimes it's simply being present, listening deeply, or holding space for your emotions. That's his magic. He makes you feel seen. But here's the thing. Pisces men are idealists in love. They often build up an image of their perfect partner in their mind, and when they fall for someone, they may project that fantasy onto them. This means they can sometimes overlook red flags or stay in situations longer than they should, hoping things will transform into the fairy tale they envisioned. In relationships, he needs emotional safety and trust. He's not quick to open up, but once he does, he'll give his whole heart. However, if he feels emotionally neglected or misunderstood, he may withdraw into himself, becoming distant or vague. He doesn't handle confrontation well, and often prefers to feel his way through conflict rather than face it head-on. His ideal partner? Someone who's emotionally intelligent, nurturing, and spiritually open. Someone who values deep connection and isn't afraid to explore the emotional depths with him. If you can hold space for his dreams and support his sensitive nature, he'll give you a love that's unconditional and endlessly tender. Let's talk about the Pisces man outside of romance, as a friend, a partner, or just someone you have in your corner. Spoiler alert, he's one of the most loyal and emotionally supportive people you'll ever meet. As a friend, the Pisces man is genuinely caring and deeply intuitive. He doesn't just listen, he feels with you. He'll pick up on your mood even before you've said a word and be there to offer comfort or encouragement when you need it most. He's the kind of friend who remembers your dreams, supports your passions, and gives advice that somehow always hits the heart. But he's not always loud about his loyalty. Pisces men often express their care in subtle, quiet ways, checking in with a message, making time for one-on-one hangouts, or simply sitting with you in silence when you need it. He thrives in deep, emotional connections and can struggle in large, overly social circles. Don't expect him to be the life of the party. He's the one having a deep conversation in the corner, probably talking about the meaning of life. As a long-term partner, in or outside of romance, he's someone who will always be in your emotional corner. He's supportive, loyal, and forgiving, often giving people the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing. Because he gives so much of himself, he needs people who respect his boundaries and don't take advantage of his compassion. And when he's under stress or feeling overwhelmed, that's when he might disappear for a bit. He's not ghosting you, he's just retreating to recharge emotionally. Pisces men need alone time like water needs stillness. They process the world in such a deep way that they occasionally need to swim back into their own inner oceans to breathe. Overall, whether as a friend, partner, or emotional confidant, a Pisces man brings an unmatched level of heart, sensitivity, and soulful presence. If you're in his inner circle, consider yourself lucky. He doesn't open up to just anyone. So, whether you're dating a Pisces man, are one yourself, or you're just curious about what makes this mysterious sign tick, now you've got the inside scoop on his heart, mind, and soul. From his dreamy nature to his deep emotional world, the Pisces man is truly one of a kind. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments. What's your experience with Pisces men? Are they everything we just talked about, or full of surprises?